I feel like social media helps me remember everybody so that I do end up checking on them because I'm like, oh my God, this person.
I just want to let it be known. Wangechi just said, I don't remember none of my friends, so I need you to post regularly on Instagram. p.m. Friday. It's 95 degrees. I ain't got no nigga ain't got me. I'm about to show my
These
and
niggas
dance like a stripper.
How the fuck is that your man? If he right here with me, hey, turn up with my niggas.
You know when you hear us singing, you know what time it is. It's time for the Untitled Africans podcast.
We were turned up with our bitches yesterday night.
Yeah, we're still a little post turn up next day hype a little bit.
Honey.
But
we were in the car like 12 hours ago, like, so we're supposed to be recording tomorrow.
Girl, less than 12 hours ago.
Like, let me tell you, it was by the grace of God I got home, okay? Because halfway through that drive back home, the exhaustion, she said, you thought you were good? No. And I was trying to listen to like the read and stuff because like podcasts give me energy for like my drives and like being in tune with their conversations, like I'm a part of it. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, I need everybody to shut the fuck up. I kept it on. I was like, so everybody just shut up.
Everybody, shut your mouth. Well, y'all, before we get too deep into this episode, I'm Brian, aka MC Batty B, with your girl, Miss W with the double D's. Back again.
No, I need them to know my name. I need them to know my name. I will not have any straight men coming up to me like, hey, it's old girl with the double D's.
Correction.
Because we're going to have a problem.
It's Wangechi, aka Miss W with the double D's, live and in color.
Hi.
With another episode. We're back, y'all. It's episode 2, or I don't see it. Episode 70. 70 episodes, bitch. We here.
70 episodes. That's crazy. Like, we're really like committed to this strong. Or whatever.
You know, I'm here
wow. Me too.
With that said, seeing that this is our 70th episode, we have a little announcement for you guys. If you haven't noticed yet, or if you probably are an avid listener, you may have noticed a couple of ads in our recent seasons have popped up.
Well, don't hate us.
That is because, like we manifested and like we said, we are a growing podcast. And we caught the eyes of a very reputable podcast company, and starting, I guess, whenever y'all hear this, we are going to be officially part of the Revolt Podcast Network. This is huge. The way Wangechi has had these like nonchalant ass responses, the purr was so monotone.
I'm sorry.
Purr.
No, purr, like we're getting to our bag.
We are getting to our bag, and we're so excited to be part of the network. We are among, I think, their largest cohort of like podcasts that they're bringing on for this year, and I'm pumped. Not gonna lie,
hopefully we'll have some more guests.
Yes, we're gonna have guests that I think this is gonna be a great chance to like really be able to provide our audience with like a much larger slew of like people they can connect with and learn from. So I'm genuinely so excited. But that also means
welcome.
Y'all that, and welcome to the
girls from Revolt who are here, and we're like, yeah, that's how we found y'all. Welcome.
And I can't wait. And, you know, if y'all see us out in public, don't be afraid to stop. Don't be too shy. It's never too much for me to, you know, stop and say hello to the grub.
Come on, star.
But we low-key, like I said, I keep saying we low-key manifested this because I remember like back in like season 1, I was like, listen, by season 3, we're going to get picked up, you know, and
honey, it's only up from here.
And after I went to Revolt World last year and cornered the individual that I spoke with and followed up with him countless times. We here. We made it happen ourselves, but through manifestation and hard work, we here.
Mm-hmm.
But
Major key alert.
I know I'm so excited. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm just really happy to be here. Like physically, I really didn't think I'd have it in me to record today, so I'm just very proud
Mm,
of myself for that.
I'm proud of you too. How's your week been though?
My week has been pretty good. I have been I think the most social this week than I have been the entire year. Like all
Y'all,
of my friends were just available this week. So I was like catching up with the friend on a Wednesday, catching up with friends on Friday that turned into the after party with y'all today. That's yesterday, that's gonna turn into
no.
something else tonight. And then there's tomorrow.
And then no, don't forget, there's still tonight and then tomorrow.
Like I'm
Y'all,
already tired.
like my social ass is signing checks that my introverted ass ain't gonna be able to cash.
Okay, I just know that I'm about to be back in the studio next week, so I know I'm about to go crawl back into my hole. So I'm like, you know what, Wangechi, just enjoy this for the time being because it's about to go right back into hole crawling after this
No,
week.
I absolutely love that for you because I don't know. Like, I will say, yeah, when you're in studio, when you're like working in person, you're just like hunkered down, like the vision is very much just let me get through these next couple of weeks of working in person and then I'll hit y'all up and let y'all see. But I was excited. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. This girl hit me up at on a Friday at like 9 p.m. What you doing? I said, girl, I'm eating. She could, let's go outside. I said, oh. And it is very rare for her to be the one to instigate the derailment of being outside. So I thank you because I definitely had the plan of like Friday night, I'm gonna be inside. I'm gonna be in bed
7
by
p.m. Friday,
10.
I'm
I'm
underneath my
gonna wake
covers.
up, do laundry, all of that throughout the window. The minute my bestie texted said we outside, I said we're actually gonna get into that in this episode. Is like managing social lives as an adult because this shit is
Mm,
difficult. Let me tell
honey,
you. Mm-mm.
honey, it's a whole job and a half, but it's a fun job.
Yeah,
So how's your
but
week been?
my week has been tiring, low key. I'm not gonna lie, it's been very hard. Work's been difficult, girl. I feel like I always come on here and I just say work is hard.
No, and that's okay. Like I feel like it's so real and authentic. Like I feel like people appreciate hearing that.
No, so that's why I'm really appreciative of like any chance I am to just be social because like working from home 24 like you at least have like on and off like in between. Meanwhile, I'm like 100% work from home and it's like 40 hours of me in my like office just working and then Monday through Friday, and then Saturday and comes, and I'm just like, all right, time to be social. So my social battery is fully charged. I'm ready. I'm game. I want to be outside. I want to be with the girls. Where the hood niggas at? you know, that's the vibe I'm
I wanna
on.
be
So
where the Negroes are.
I wanna see them dancing, walking
Shaking that
around on
ass.
those. What do you call them?
Ski.
J's. Disney, don't come for us for remixing that shit, please. I'm so sorry.
Oh please, Hallie
Oh,
herself would be like, "Yes, I
oh yeah,
love this remix."
she do love her a hood nigga from Atlanta. Let me
She
not.
love a good hood jam.
I love a good hood jam. Well, speaking of hood niggas and just niggas in general, girl, let's get into my favorite segment. What's on the timeline? Trademark
Come on,
infringement,
music. I love that
girl.
theme song for it.
I,
What's on the
on the
timeline?
timeline. Yep, I'm keeping that in. We're gonna record that. I'm gonna be in the studio. We're gonna record that one. That one's a keeper.
Yeah, I like it.
Well, the only thing y'all seem to be yapping about on the internet lately is Love Island USA, the messiest fucking show I have ever seen. The messiest Love Island season I have ever seen in my life. Now, granted, I have not fully tuned in. But the only way I'm keeping up is through y'all hashtags and tweets and TikToks. Thank y'all for catching me up because 22 episodes is wild, y'all. And this show still ain't
Imagine.
done.
I think they're on like
Still ain't
25
done.
now or 27.
Well,
By the
unfortunately, since
time this
I'm not
comes out, they'll be on 45.
Listen, okay. Well, since I'm not the expert, we have in the studio with us today Love Island expert and know it all of all things Love Island, Wangechi, aka Miss Double D's with the Miss W with the double D's. Hi, you there, Wangechi? Can you hear me?
Yes, Brian. Can I pull you in for a chat, please? So it's still very early days in the Love Island, but it looks like we have some keepers. First of all, let's talk about Cordell and Serena. That's what the people are here for. That's who the people want to see. I don't know
Y'all
if
will
you've
not
seen
shut up
that
about
clip.
them. Y'all will
Oh
not
my
shut
God,
up
there's
about them.
so many clips. Okay,
Is he
first,
Cordell's
I
the
don't know
Dominican,
where.
right?
No, he's
Never
black.
mind. Never mind.
He no Dominican. He black.
I know Dominica.
He's-
I black. Nunca negra. Nunca.
And he's with this beautiful woman named Serena, just a beautiful black couple. Apparently, he's Odell Beckham Jr.'s like brother or something. So random. But I
Get
just think
into it.
he's like the biggest sweetheart that I've seen. Like immediately he came on the show and he was like, "Ooh, who does Serena girl? I'm feeling her. I'm feeling her. I'm feeling her." But Serena in the beginning was very much like you cute or whatever, but you're doing too much. Like it's giving friendship. Like I can't do this. They were like,
Yeah.
"Okay, let's take a step back." And Cordell was very respectful, and so they took a step back. They were like friends. And then Miss Girl was like, "Okay, you actually respected my space and my boundaries, and I'm kind of feeling you, okay?"
Because, babe,
So
this
now they're
the
like,
area.
"Yeah." And he's like, "That's your space. I respect it. I respect it." And she's like, "Okay, now I want you in my space again." So they're like back good. But I'm not fully caught up. And I don't know if you've seen the clips online. The clips of them online are actually what made me watch, because there is this clip of Serena going clean off on Cordell.
After he came back from Casa Amor?
I don't know what that means. You know, this is my first time watching the show. But she was like,
you're not. I'm more.
They
of a
are
Love
literally
Island UK
this
girl.
clip. This clip is the only reason that I'm watching, is because Serena was like, "No, because why are you talking out there plus disrespectfully? Like you did this disrespectfully, blah blah blah." Like I guess maybe he was exploring another option, but he was doing it all in her face,
that clip.
not respectfully, and she just chewed him so cleanly. She was walking down this like one of the, I don't know, random pathways in the house.
Yeah.
Yes, and she was just cussing him out while giving like runway model strut.
Body.
She's like, "No, Cordell, blah 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 blah," serving face, body, tea, dragging him for filth. And I was like, "Oh my God, I'm obsessed with her. I need to watch." So I'm very curious because I'm not caught up. So I really don't know what led up to them. Like where I'm at right now, they're like super cute, like super in love. Like he just won this flex challenge and like he took her into like this room and made out with her. I mean, they make out every episode, but whatever.
Girl,
but I just thought they were so cute. And then right now there's a clip of them going out where she's like doing his hair and she is brushing out his hair and they talking about shrinkage and she's like doing gel and he's just like in between her legs like doing getting his hair done. It was very much black love. And I was
even though we know there's a fight pending.
But the thing is, a part of me hopes that this clip of her doing his hair is like post-fight, like they're good again. I don't know. I really hope so. But like, okay, so she's a boss bitch. He loves her down. And I'm here for it, or likes her a lot, whatever. Let me not say love. And then there's another black woman, JaNa, aka Coco JaNa, because she kind of reminds me of Coco Jones a little bit. Like they kind of resemble each other.
Girl, bye.
And she is just so stunning. And she came on the show and she was like, I don't know why I have a man. I don't want to say I'm perfect, but like I'm perfect. So I don't know why I have a man. And I was like, okay, either I'm going to love you or I'm going to side eye you because you really have issues that you're just unaware of. But no, I love her. I'm like, yes, sis, you're perfect. I agree. I don't know why you don't have a man. Because sometimes the girls that be all like, I'm super cocky or super confident, and they're being like mean
Yeah.
girls who feel like they have to put down other women. But she has
Oh, we
not
hate
put down.
those.
Exactly. She has not put down any woman. Like, she's like a super supportive friend. She's been getting
Mm-hmm.
these guys together. The first dude she was matched with, she was like, you don't know how to communicate. And it was like some super
I'm
tall
not here for
dude.
that.
Yeah, it was some super tall black dude.
I
So,
think I saw
he's like
that clip somewhere on
six
TikTok.
eight.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm
They're
sure
like
he's
this
just
tall
used to
nigga
women coming to him and throwing themselves
themselves at
at
him.
him, that he doesn't feel like he needs to put in effort now when he's like dating somebody. So she kind of clocked him with that. She was dating this white boy who was like a real muscle head. Like, they weren't, whatever Love Island dating means. They were like feeling each other out. And then he decided to match with another girl and just got weirdly shady and disrespectful to JaNa for no reason. Like, I don't understand what his problem was, because from what we saw, JaNa kept it respectful. She was like, if you want to talk to other people, talk to other people. And just out of nowhere, he's talking to this girl. And then now he's like making like snarky comments to JaNa. That was weird.
About
But
the
guess
girl that he's
what?
talking to?
He was about JaNa. Like, he was making snarky comments once he started talking to a new girl. It was very
Oh,
weird because JaNa didn't say nothing to him other than, if you want to go
listen,
explore, you can explore.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. Tell me the messiest person you know or the shadiest person you know. Why is it always a nigga?
Speaking of nigga, he looks like a white boy, but apparently he got a little one drop in him. That's besides the point. But
Not the one
I
drop
just found
rule. Bye.
I just saw
Bye.
like he posted on IG, like he said I love family or some shit, and
Was
I
it the
was
one they
looking
were
at
like at a
that
baseball
picture.
game?
No, they were at a table sitting
Never mind,
together,
that's
and
somebody
there's like a
else.
black woman next to him, and like another black man, a light skinned black man, like next to her. And I was like, okay, so you have some black women in your family, clearly, yet you don't know not to be disrespectful to black women on television.
Ugh, I hate
That's
those
why, to
types.
me, I don't believe in the one drop rule, babes, because you got a little bit of us, don't mean you
Don't
like
mean
us.
shit. Right.
So, anyways, that's such an aside. JaNa is such a queen. I hope she gets what she deserves. There was one time she was matched with this black dude, and some girl was like going off on him, and JaNa
Mm-hmm.
was just like, "I told you." She just told him on the side while he's like going back and forth with this like girl. She's like,
Yeah.
I told you, don't argue with women." She just said it so calmly, and like, what are you doing? I was like, "That's
JaNa
right. You better
knows.
tell him."
JaNa went to the Bravo reality TV school of how they gonna edit your ass into some angry black woman type shit. Because that's exactly what they're gonna do
Okay.
to Serena with this fight.
And this is a black man. In that situation, it was a black man arguing with a white woman. So I know JaNa was like, "Do you know how you're about to
Nigga,
look
you
if you
are on a
continue to
national
argue with this
television.
woman? You're
Exactly.
gonna lose every
Clock
time."
it. Clock it. I
So when I
love
heard
that.
JaNa say that, I was like, "Yes, mother, tell
You know,
him."
on one side, I'm kind of like, I'm glad she did that, save our black men. But at the same time, it's like, why is it the black women always got to come save y'all asses?
Also, yeah, because the man that she was matched with, the black man that she was matched with, was not interested in like not I shouldn't say he's not interested in the black woman, but he was definitely more interested in the white women there. And that's how he got himself caught up. Like, he was
Oh,
arguing with all these different white women. Um, Conversations he
why
wouldn't
am I
have if he
not
was just matched with
surprised?
JaNa and interested in JaNa, but whatever. But all I know is I feel like the only reason I'm into this show right now is because there's not only one, but two black women.
That is very
Two.
true.
Two and a lot like dating reality show, and
Do
they're
we
like,
rarely
especially
get
seeing one
that?
of them be loved on by like another black
Another
man
black
is
man?
just so refreshing. Yes.
I love that. Oh,
So I'm just here for the show. Like, once I'm caught up, I will give you guys the updates
full
because the
tea.
show is giving. Okay, and y'all need to look up Serena cussing out Cordell. Look that up on TikTok because she ate. If you're like, I don't know whether to watch this show, just look that up.
I'm here for it.
Are you gonna watch?
I
What
am
have
gonna
you
tune in.
seen like online?
I've seen the Cordell and Serena fight, and then I saw this clip of this black woman who's with a Dominican dude, and she was like sitting on his lap, and he just like grabs his hand and just like kind of like claps on her, not claps, but like kind of like puts his hand on her belly. And people were like, girl, that's not him being sweet and caring. That's Dominican witchcraft. Like, that nigga's trying to impregnate you.
Oh!
I was like, oh no. And it was a black girl too. And I was like, please save our girl. Save our girl.
Save her. No, save her so bad.
Because what I've heard about Dominican man, girl, they will get you pregnant within the first meeting. So I hope.
No, because
they
as
got
soon as you said
condoms in
put
there.
his hand on her belly, I was like,
But
they
it
got
was like in
protection
like a
over there.
sweet way, like kind of like holding her. It wasn't like anything like, weird. But like the
Like,
internet took that clip. You know how the internet, like, they took that clip and were like, girl, this nigga's trying to manifest a child in you within the next hour. But what else have I seen on the internet? I saw somebody tweet, they were like, the minute these dudes came back with the girls from Casa Amor, they was all holding hands, and then as soon as they walked back into the villa, all them hands just let go of the girls.
What is Casa Amor? I thought that was like another
So
reality show.
no, so Casa Amor is like, this is why there's like so many fucking episodes of this show. Is so there's a separate house. So once like everybody, I guess everybody's like kind of like matched up, they start trying to like introduce new girls and stuff. And so there's a house where there's like other girls and like other dudes, and like the main groups that are in the main relationships get tested. So they'll be like, they'll send them out to Casa Amor and be like, you have a chance if you want to talk to somebody else, or somebody that might be more your type, outside of the villa, then you can go ahead, chat them up, have a little banter and like, that type stuff. So like,
just want to explore your
they
options.
go to Casa Amor, and a lot of them sometimes, like, if they do vibe with somebody else there, they'll bring them back to the main villa, and then they're just like, all right, so what are you gonna do? And so when the niggas got their chance to go to Casa Amor, I was hearing some of them were coming back holding hands with the new girls. And as soon as they were walking into the villa and they could see, they were like holding hands, and then they were like, them hands got dropped real quick as soon as they saw the OG girls.
So is it like a group of the guys get to go, or like a group of the girls, or like the couples?
So they do
get to go?
They do the guys and the girls separately. So like, let's say you come in. This is why this show is so fucking good, because they're like, let's see how quick you gonna drop whoever you met in the OG house.
Okay.
Because it's
bring
like
some temptation around.
Exactly. It's literally like Temptation Island, basically. So
messy.
It's messy as fuck. And I live for it, because they'll be like, well, you've matched up with this person. Do you think you're a great vibe, or is whoever, or we might have somebody for you, custom more, that you might vibe with more and is more your type outside of Love Island, and this is your opportunity. And some of them, they get caught up, and I think that's what happened with Cordell. I think he got caught up at Casa Amor.
Oh my god!
Else.
Really?
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen it, but I think that's what happened.
I'm excited to see, because like I was thinking that like another like black girl got brought in, and he was like feeling her and like a little bit too much in front of Serena.
I think it was a Casa Amor thing that happened.
That would make sense.
Yeah, because if it happened within like the actual villa of the main villa, it would be like Serena would be right there to see it. And it's like, it's fair enough, it's fair game, like everybody can talk to anybody, no one has any loyalties off rip. But like, now when you remove them from the direct eye line of the girl that they're talking to, these niggas be ready to act fucking buck wild. So
like, how do the girls or the guys find out that people were like talking? Like, do they show clips to
they
the
come
people?
back they come back from the Casa Amor to the main villa, and
who
then
comes back? The
dudes.
guys. But doesn't mean that they're gonna tell the girl.
But here's what happens. Sometimes the girls that do get to vibe more with one of the OG dudes, they get to come back as well to the main villa.
So like, if a guy goes to Casa Amor and is feeling with this girl,
but they already have another girl in the OG house.
So he goes back to the OG house, and then that girl might get brought to the OG house too at some point.
From Casa Amor. And
she'd be like,
And
Hey,
be like,
babes.
why you acting
Hey,
weird?
babes.
Why are you being
What
weird
happened? I thought
towards
we
me?
were connecting.
One hand on frontal,
Wow.
at Casa
Spinning the
More,
butt.
you
Oh.
know. But now that you in the
That's
villa,
crazy.
was tea.
Acting brand new.
Right.
Mm.
So that's how a lot of dudes be getting caught up, is like Casa More. So
So did Netflix just get all of their perfect match premises from Love Island? Because now that I'm like hearing all this, it's
it
very much
sounds
giving
like
perfect match.
Temptation Island is basically just Casa, like Temptation Island the show is basically Casa More. Perfect Match is basically little bits of Love Island.
Did you watch the latest season of Perfect Match?
No. I'm sorry, I can't tune into Netflix reality like love shows.
No,
I
that's
get
I
so
understand.
it was like Love is Blind was even like a reach for me, in all
Yeah,
honesty.
because it's definitely not giving what it used
Because
to.
and that was only because like the shit that I would see online. Like everything online on TikTok and Twitter and shit is what makes me tune into the show. But even when I am tuned in, that shit is on 2x speed and I'm trying to zoom past the boring
Like,
shit. Like I
okay,
was so
what's the
like
point?
when I
What
see
are
the
we doing?
couples in love, I fast forward. I'd be like, all right, y'all gonna make it. Keep it moving.
Fact.
I want to see the messy shit. So
Yeah, Perfect Match this season was definitely not giving, but like it was so funny. Like watching the season and then seeing them after the fact, like they all ghosted each other. None of them made it. Spoiler alert, sorry. They all like
damn,
not they all hate each other, but I don't think any of them really have
a
great
good bit.
relationships. Yeah, they
Damn.
barely talk, other than the couple
Well,
who won, which was a whole thing already.
well. Um, moving on. Let's get into what we're watching on TV.
That one needs
Yep.
some work, but
All
yeah.
right. Other than Love Island, what else are you tuning into so far?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Queenie, another Black British show. I really enjoy it.
Let me tell you something. There is something about these Black Brits, the content that they're putting out, like the
Mm-hmm.
episodic content, is eating. But go
It's
ahead.
it's bar none, babes. There's something in the tea. There's something in the biscuits and the bread that they eat for breakfast. Cause honey, they be eating down with this television. So Queenie
Absolutely.
is like coming of age story about this Black girl. She's like 26. She's like in this long term relationship that is just like crumbling before her very eyes. And so is her job, and so are her friendships, and so is her life. And I was
Aww.
like, oh my God, like, wow, she is me. Not all of that is crumbling in my life, but like my life is crumbling too. And I'm like, so it's just typical 26, 27 year old business, I guess, for your life to
Yeah.
just be in shambles at that period. So I
Right.
think I just really enjoyed it because like when I was watching it anyways, I just felt like I was struggling so much, like back to back weeks of just like bullshit. And then
Mm-hmm.
watching her struggle through shit was like, oh my gosh, she just like me for real. Like
It's just like
it was just
me.
it was just refreshing because like the thing about like a lot of these Black British TV shows is that like it's I hate to sound so like I feel like this is so regurgitated, but it's like she just happens to be Black, like she's just going through regular life shit. And it's
And
just
just
kind of
happens to be
hard
Black.
sometimes. Exactly. It's just kind of hard sometimes to find an American television like good coming of age story about a Black person that doesn't directly relate
Center
to like
around
their
their
race
Blackness.
or like oh my god like oh my god look at her struggle as a Black woman. Like
And
no,
I
she's just
think,
struggling because she's 26 years old. Like yeah, she's a Black and a woman, so that has its own issues, but she's just struggling because she's 26 and life is hard.
no, dead ass. And I think that's why like so many of these like Black Brit shows are so like beyond better than a lot of American television, is just because like I think it's like the way they look at race out there. Yes, because they like to say that like, oh, in the UK, race is not a problem. We don't have racism. It's not that bad. I
You
mean,
don't know what you
Black Brits have
Americans are
definitely,
obsessed with race.
even though like it's very very fucking obvious, like theirs is very much subtle, but it's still like it's microaggressions, it's subtle racism, but it's still very much prevalent there. But I think that kind of helps in a way because with Black, I guess the US, it's like race is very centered in everything. Whereas they're like, no, it's not, that
Don't
sentence. And
talk
it's like,
about it.
yeah. And I think because of that, it helps them with a lot of these shows where it's like, yeah, the character just happens to be black. So, but Queenie, I've watched the first episode. I haven't finished it. But I need to. It's
You
good. From the first
definitely need
episode,
to.
I definitely. Um for me, I'm tuned in to Supacell.
Oh my god, I haven't watched it yet.
I
How
just
was
finished the
it?
first episode last night. Before actually you called. While I was eating. I finished the first episode. It's good.
Oh
It's
yeah.
giving sci-fi superpowers, and they all just happen to be black. It's exactly what we wanted from Magical Negroes, but never got.
Yo, America is
I'm
not
still
beating
eating
the
up
race
that
obsession
movie.
allegations with that. With that shit.
No,
Like we
niggas
are
won in
not
Harry
beating the
Potter. We got
allegations.
fucking Uncle Tom fucking dancing around, whole bunch of minstrelsy. Anyway,
And
but
is
yeah,
Supercell
Supercell,
American or is it British?
British.
Damn.
Yeah,
I was trying to give us something. I was like, we do
it's
have good television. Speaking of good television, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. All of you book readers, okay, just a quick little pivot. Book readers.
I'm dead.
If you have not read Children of Blood and Bone and just that whole series from Tomi Adeyemi, I think is her name.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I think
you
I
need
saw
to
this
get
on
into
Twitter.
it. Yeah, you need to get into it. Children of Blood and Bone came out years ago. Just a great book. It's Nigerian sci-fi fantasy
Mm-hmm.
kind of storytelling, and it's a trilogy. So she just came out with the third one. Like, has it even been a year? I think a year ago. So like, I'm trying to reread all
Yeah,
of it so I can read the third one. But this, they're they're making it into a movie. They're
I
making Children
love
of Blood and Bone
it.
into a movie. So please read the book because everybody knows like the book is always going to be superior, but this is
True.
about to be a whole franchise, and it's an African sci-fi fantasy franchise.
I love it.
So y'all need to support
Let
Children
me
of
go.
Blood and Bone. I'll say that over and over again by Tomi. Please, Tomi.
I'm gonna go to my nearest Barnes and Noble so she can get full royalties for me buying the book.
Yeah,
Does
and
Barnes and Noble still exist?
I think so. Yeah.
Or I don't know. I don't think I've been in one since like freshman year of like high
I
school.
think it's Books a Million that no longer is really like a
Oh, Books
thing.
a Million. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why I thought it was
Tell
Barnes and
me,
Noble.
girl, if you need an actor, I know I'm a
Yeah,
little older
girl.
than the main
Tell me.
character, but I can do the Woman King type training. And Gina Prince Blythewood, I think, is directing this. Like she directed The Woman King, like she directed Love and Basketball. Like, tell me, like, holla at your
I'm with
girl,
it.
I can do
I'm
an
with it.
accent or what
She
type
got
of
to work on her
accent you
British
need.
accent, but she gonna get it.
Well, no, it's Nigerian.
Oh no! Don't do that!
Oh,
Don't do it! Don't do it! Don't
okay.
do it! Don't do it! Don't
Stop
do it!
before I okay.
Yep. I'm just
But
stopping
tell
right
me,
there.
I can
And
work
I'm
with
a
the
hold your
dialect
hand when I
coach.
say this. And I'm a
Mm.
hold your hand when I say this. Don't
Mm-hmm.
ever fucking try it.
Okay.
Because they will come for your ass.
Okay. All
Girl,
right.
you think Diaspora Awards is one thing? Let the Oluwa Naijas find you doing fake accent. You saw how they ate up Will Smith in Concussion for
Oh my
his.
gosh.
Do you want
No,
that smoke?
I
You want that
don't.
smoke? All right. The
I
same
never
way.
do.
Same way, that's the same way I'm with the Barbs. I don't
But
fuck
it's
with that.
fantasy, so I feel like I can do like a Kenyan accent for the movie.
Okay, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember there was that one commercial you almost did in Kenya in a Kenyan accent?
Okay. Let's move on.
Never mind. All right, y'all. That's it for what we're watching on TV. Let's go ahead and get to our main topic of discussion for this week, girl. Maintaining friendships in adulthood. Because let's be honest, we're getting up there in age. Our lives are busy. It's hard to try to gather with people. The best you can do is hope for the best that your friends are free on a Friday night at 9 p.m.
You know what my
Um,
sister said? She
what?
said keeping up a social life is a childless activity. I was like, yeah, because I
When you
can't
ain't got
imagine doing this with
kids,
family.
when you ain't got kids, then you can definitely. But let me ask you, how what's your like method of like keeping up like friendships and shit? Are you let's plan something in 3 months kind of a friend, or are you more like, bitch, I'm free this weekend, pull up, don't pull up, doesn't matter, I'm cool with? Or are you like more like, hey girl, just checking in if you're okay, text her?
Uh, I'm a mix of like a hey girl and let's plan something in 3 months, but not three
Mm,
months, like at least 2 weeks, so I can see. But then
yeah.
I like in my head, I text my friends all the time. Like in my head, I'm always reaching out. I'm like, oh yeah, I need to text her, and then I'm gonna text her. Oh yeah, I need to remember to text her. Like in my head, I'm constantly reaching out to my people.
In her
But then
head,
the actual
Wangechi
execution,
in
actual
her head, Wangechi
execution.
has texted me and told me everything about her the next 3 weeks. But in reality, I ain't heard from the girl in about 5 weeks. And I thought this bitch was dead for the longest.
It's so funny because like you'll be like, we haven't hung out in so long, and I'll be like, it's
I'll be
been
like, bitch, I
three
just saw
weeks.
you. Like,
I
and I'll be like, yeah,
just
bitch, that
saw
was
you.
3 weeks ago.
To me, that is hella recent. If I haven't seen you for at least 3 to 5 months, then we can talk about I haven't seen
Hanging
you in a
out.
while. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why my
But
friends see Brian, and you cause issues in my relationships because my friends are like, you're always outside. You're always outside. Like, I see you outside. And I'm like, I promise I be in the house. And the only time I be outside is because of Brian dragged me out because they're like, it's been 6 days
me,
since I've seen you and I need to see you again. So I'm like, okay, like, let's go see
pour
you. And then now my
moi.
friends are like, oh my God, like, I never see you. Like, why are you always outside but never with me? I'm like, I'm not outside. I'm just outside with Brian's ass every time.
Yeah, bitches, it's me.
First of
The fuck?
all, I I'm giving you a hard time, but I do have to commend you. Brian is really probably one of the best people I know at like reaching out to people and like maintaining. I think even though your job is like you have to be inside all the time, like work remotely, and like the extrovert in you hates that, I think it really helps with like your skill at reaching out to people because you're like, oh my God, I have this energy. Like I need to see who
I
I
have
haven't
this
seen in a
time.
while, and yeah, and like you make sure that you reach out to your people, which I really need to work on.
Yeah. And I think for me it's because like I come from a very large family, like extended family, and like me and my cousins were like this growing up. Like those were my brothers and sisters. And then when I came here, it was like it was a little harder to like have that sense of like community and like people around. So I was like, I had to find that somewhere else, and it was like my friendships became that for me. It's like my friends are my extended family. Like y'all, my hoes down for real. Like our literally like our group chat is called La Familia, like, and it's like the fucking Sopranos mob picture. So it's like these are my down bitches. Like I love these hoes down. And so it's like it's important for me to like keep that up, and to do that it's like you gotta I'm lucky, I'm blessed with like, I can work from home and I could just be texting and be in a group chat, like phone FaceTime call for like 2-3 hours, and just that's it. But I think I'm definitely more of like, I'll text, be like, hey girl, just checking in, and I'll be like, hey, you want to or I'll just FaceTime somebody randomly out of nowhere and be like, hey girl, what you doing?
Brian
Nothing. Okay.
loves a random call.
Oh, I love a pop up.
Loves.
I love a pop
I'm
up call.
like, Brian, the millennial in you is showing too much. Like this could be a text. This could be
No,
a voice note. Brian
the
wants to
way
call so
the way
bad.
Wangechi loves to decline my fucking FaceTime calls. This hoe, she'll see it pop up and it'll ring, and she'll just leave it. Or she'll literally just hit decline after the first like two rings. I'll be like, and I know
And
this bitch
then
ain't
usually
doing
I
shit.
text you. Usually
And
I
then she'll be
text
like,
you like,
hey,
hey,
what's
what's up?
up? I'm like, you could have answered. You Gen
That's
Z
a lot of
ass.
energy. That's
Y'all
a
Gen
to
Z
talk on the
ass.
phone. To me, talking on the phone is like such a commitment. Like
I think
such a commitment.
I think no, I think it's good. I think like, it's nice to hear people's voices. Like, I think we've gotten too much into texting to where like you know, it's a like I don't like I'm not a big time texter. I'm sorry. People will be like, "Oh, I texted you." I said, "When?" "Oh, like, yeah, girl, I probably saw it. Thought I responded and didn't." Whereas you think you're responding to people all the time, but you haven't. I'll see your text, think I responded, and I will not have responded. And the draft will just be sitting there in the mess when I go back to the thread. I'll be like, oh shit, I forgot to hit send. Oops, sorry, girl. To the
I
point
can't
where
deal
like
with you.
to the point where people know if they want to reach me, call me. Call me,
You
beat
know
me if
what?
you want to reach me.
It is nice to hear people's voice. I'll give you that. And
And
texting
it's
can
nice
kind
to
of
see
be
your
disconnected.
faces.
No, that's what voice notes are for.
No.
And if you want to hear my voice, send me a voice note and I'll send you a
Oh,
voice
this
note
bitch
back.
love a voice note.
I love a good
You
voice
love.
note.
Oh, you so
Love.
tired with that.
You don't
She's
want to
so
text all that?
tired.
No worries. Send me a voice note. I can listen to it like a podcast. I can send you my 5-minute voice note back. I can do that. That's less of a commitment to me.
And I think that's what it is. I think you like listening to people's voice notes like it's a fucking podcast.
I love it. I'm like, ooh, what else is happening? I'll play it over and over again because I'll probably get distracted, and I'll just be so tuned in. Like I think it's so fun. Like voice notes are just so fun.
I hate when like if you like you know how like when you're watching a TikTok and you like walk away and it just replays and you can hear it just replaying. I hate that shit. So like if you the fact that you're saying that you like to replay people's voice notes, get the fuck out of here. What do you
You
mean?
don't? Oh my God. Let me tell you, my friend that I haven't seen, I consider her like a best friend. I haven't seen her in at least 2 years.
It's because I
We
have
send each
ADHD.
other we send each other 25-minute long voice notes. On WhatsApp, it's great because you can adjust the speed 1.5, 2x. And so I'll listen to like the first 3 minutes, reply to
And when
that.
Geshi
Then listen
loves
to the
listening
next
to
three,
something
reply to
in
that. And it's
1.x.
so fun. You can clean while you do it. You can walk around your house. It's one of those where you're like vacuuming the ceiling while listening to like the voice
I'm
notes.
dead.
Like it's really great. I just don't understand. And then Brian is like, let me call. Hey, do you have a second to chat? Can I pull you for chat?
Can I pull you for
Let's have a
chat? Can I
chat.
pull you for chat? Let's just have a
Let's
quick
have a
chat.
chat.
I just feel
It's like,
like you mug me off.
bro.
Yeah. No,
Because
and
it's
like,
like,
and it's never just a phone call with me. It's always a video chat or like it's nothing. Because here's
Brian
my,
loves a
I'm
video chat.
very, I'm very like reactionary. Like I low-key think sometimes like I might have a little Italian blood in me because I'm very much like if I'm on the phone with you, I want to see your reactions. I want you to see what I'm saying and how I'm and like the faces that because I'm very much like reactionary person. So it's like, babe, what do you mean like you not
But you
trying
can
to?
hear that in the voice now. You can hear people's
Mm-mm.
change of tone and
For me,
everything. What makes them excited, sad,
you
mad.
have to experience me in all my fullness or else.
I feel like if that's the case, send me a
Take me,
video chat on
baby,
IG.
or
Send me a video
leave.
chat on IG and I'll
Oh,
send you a
that's another
reaction
one.
chat
It's the
back.
video chat. I feel like me and Wangechi literally have like 5 different fucking conversations.
And they're all like we have opposing forms of communication too. Like whatever
There's
you
the
like,
wait.
I have the anti.
So let's list them out. There's the regular text threads, right?
Mm-hmm.
The one-on-one. Then there's the group chats.
Oh my gosh,
Then
how
there's the
many?
Twitter DMs, the
Oh yeah.
IG DMs. Oh, and the TikTok DMs. We're currently having 5 different conversations.
Yeah.
And I think
And
that's
then
like
you give it
our
and then
generation's way of like keeping up with each other now. It's like I don't
yeah.
and I think that's probably why a lot of people maybe don't check in on their friends or like aren't like seeing what they're because it's like, bitch, if I could see your story, then
Then I already know what's going on in your life.
yeah, we good. But it's like,
But
no,
I
babe,
will
I want to know how
say,
you are emotionally.
yeah, I will say though, I feel like social media helps me remember everybody so that I do end up checking it on them. Because I'm like, oh my God, this person. No, I
You be
know it
forgetting you
sounds
friends with people.
not like, okay, I mean, kind of sometimes.
I just want to let it be known. One guess you just said, I don't remember none of my friends, so I need you to post regularly on Instagram.
No, it's not that I don't, okay, it's not that I don't remember my friends, but I do
Mm.
forget people. I realized Like there was a person that I met in New York and I saw her like every week in the summer. And
Mm-hmm.
I forgot that she existed respectfully. Like I don't know, I mean this in no disrespect. I mean this in literally
I hope
no
she listens.
disrespect.
I hope she listens.
No, but like I had a memory come up on my Google Photos of like the
Yeah.
time that we went to see a play together. And I was like,
Oh.
"Oh my
Oh.
god, I forgot." Like I don't know why my like I think my brain like forgets people if they're not around like for years.
Mm-hmm.
I think I literally forget people exist, and I don't know if that's something I need to be concerned about because
That's
she's not the first person
crazy.
I forgot existed. But it's no disrespect. So back to my point. Not my friends
It's
though.
cause
Not like my good friends.
it's cause she was probably on like she was probably like doing a guest appearance on like one episode of like season 5 of your life.
Exactly.
And you're just like, oh
Exactly.
yeah, she was on the show. I forgot. Yeah. We had a good
Exactly. It's just a little
time.
co-star role, that one time for the one time. That's all it
Girl,
was.
it
But it
was
did
not
make me
even
want to reach out
co-star.
to her.
It was guest star. Okay.
Actually,
She didn't even get an
technically,
Emmy
co-star is
consideration.
guest star is technically higher up than a co-star.
Really?
Technically, co-star is like
Correction.
waiter, like the waiter that walks in. Guest star is like celebrity
Oh.
appearance, or like they might come back.
Oh, you never know. Well, she
You
might
never
come
know.
back into your life now. You never know.
She could be elevated into guest star. But okay, back to my point was that on social media, I don't forget my friends. Like that was because like she wasn't like a friend, like that close. But my friends, like because my brain is really like bad about remembering
Yeah.
people, social media kind of helps keep like a tally, like, oh, this person, I
Mm,
need to reach out to them. I'm seeing their story, I have not talked to them in so long, let me reach
yeah.
out. Like it's kind of like a little reminder, like Facebook used to give the little happy birthday messages, and you'd be like, oh
Oh
yeah, this person, like,
yeah.
let me reach out to them. That's what I feel like social media is.
Let me ask you this. How are you about like keeping up with your friends' birthdays?
I have it down pat because I'm terrible with
Really?
memory. Yeah.
Okay.
I immediately try to save it on my Google Calendar. And I have like 20 notifications come up. They tell me the week before, 3 days before, the day of at midnight, the day of at like 9.
You know, I'm I have all of that. Like I have people's birthdays in my phones. But if you ask me at the drop of a hat, boom, what's his birthday? I'd be like,
Oh,
can I check my
no.
calendar? But like I'll have all those like 3 weeks, day of, day before, midnight notifications, and I'll still let that day pass and completely forget. And I'll be feeling so bad because like people be like, we're friends, and they'll be like, yeah, I'm having this thing for my birthday, because like their birthday will be during the week, and then they'll have the event Saturday. So in my head, their birthday is Saturday, but their birthday is actually during the
Mm,
week, and I be feeling like an
mm.
asshole, like, but then I think at this point in time is like birthdays are like, at least to this specific generation, it's like, bitch, you're not coming to my birthday, then like, did you see that one girl on TikTok? She was talking about how this girl invited her to her birthday in Italy, and they were going to get a villa for like 5 days, and they were going to rent a boat. And I think the total cost for just like not even flight included was like 3 grand. And she talked about
Nice.
it and on like TikTok, and she never mentioned the girl's name, never said, but was just like, "Hey, girl, thank you so much for the invite, but I'm so sorry I'm not going to be able to afford to come on this trip. But when you get back into town, I'd love to like do something just the two of us to celebrate you." And the girl got mad at her and was like, girl, you can't afford a little 3 grand. Like, I'm giving you advance ass notice, because this was apparently like months before the actual birthday trip was happening. He was like, I'm
A
giving you
little three
advance
grand is
notice.
crazy.
What do you mean you can't come? And so apparently the girl found out that she went back to another group chat with the birthday girls, because she got kicked out the group chat after she said she wasn't coming on the trip, and like apparently they were like kiki and laughing at her. And the
That's a
birthday
girl who
girl
couldn't
I was
afford it.
like, yeah. I was like, that's
That's
fucked
crazy.
up. That is so
Those are
fucked
not real
up.
friends.
No, they're not. But
Not good
it
friends.
just I was like, huh, interesting. What's happened with
What's
friendships and
happened
birthdays
is
and like,
everybody wants a birthday trip nowadays. And it's like, we need to go back to arguing over receipts at birthday dinners because, bitch, I can't afford 15, 11 birthday trips.
In
I'm
one
moving.
year.
I'm actually planning to move out of the country once my friends start turning 30 because I know I'm not gonna be able to afford y'all's birthday trips, and I don't need it. Anybody be like, "Well, you made it to her 30th birthday trip, but not but not mine." Like, clearly you love them. I can't do it, babes. I'm leaving. I'm just gonna exit
I just want to say
until
something.
y'all hoes are 32.
Wangechi was like that close to not coming to my birthday trip because A, passport issues, and then B, I think the location we were trying to go to initially was like out of
Been there, done
pocket.
that.
No, not even that. Remember,
I already went there pre-COVID.
no, I know that, but I'm saying the original, like where we were supposed to go, you had dropped
Oh,
out because when I gave everybody the budget, them
the
hoes was like,
Airbnb details. I was like, be blessed. Thank you.
but the
Enjoy.
thing is, she said, love ya.
Love you. Bye.
But the thing is like when that happened, I wasn't upset. I was like, okay, I guess I'm gearing up for, a very small, very tiny, meaning like 3 people birthday trip. But then when we couldn't find any B&Bs of quality, because when it comes to me, baby, I'm not staying at no, type of
Brunstone,
rundown
nothing.
looking type place, we were like, all right, let's change the location. And then when we changed the location, I told this girl, she said, okay, could maybe be able to try to make something happen. And I was
Squeeze
like,
that in.
appreciate you.
Yeah, because it's like, I want to
But
be
then she
there
was
for
like,
my
oh,
friends.
she was like, oh, I don't know, I've been there already. Do I want to go back? But then when she came, she was like, actually, this is nothing like I experienced when I was here last time, so I'm glad I came.
Yeah. It was a whole other vibe with it, which I appreciated. But I was like, I want to be there for you. And I think it was like your first out of country birthday trip. So
It was the
I was
first one
like,
that actually left the fucking group chat.
yes. So it was what, like a week or two before your trip? I was like, I got my passport.
Yo, this girl sent the fuck, like, we were literally all just like hanging on for dear life. Like literally 2 weeks before. It was like March, what, 14th, 15th maybe. And this girl was like, guys, my passport hasn't come. I paid for it to get expedited. And then literally the next day, I got it. Cookie vanilla crunch with cookie swirl, please.
Yeah, because I got my. First of all, I just feel like when you become a citizen of a new country, you should be able to carry over your stamps from your previous passport to this one. Because
Girl,
this
now she trying to
blank
carry over
slate
stamps.
passport, acting like I have never traveled a day in my life, because it's a U.S. passport now. Like,
This
no,
girl
Bookie, you
said,
see my Canadian
stamp my
passport.
shit.
She got stamps. Okay,
She
your
been
girl is
used.
well traveled.
She been a little ran through, but that's okay.
I need to just run her over a couple times just to make it look like used. Like, yeah,
Mine
and be
definitely looks
outside.
used. Mine definitely does look used. But staying on topic here about maintaining friendships.
Oh yeah.
What have you found like in later adulthood like has worked? Because like friendships change so much within the span of like your early 20s to now going into like our late 20s. Like what have you found has been like, the big
It's so
changes that you've
funny.
seen?
I feel like people say like, "Oh, you're gonna like lose friends and friendships are gonna change," blah 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 blah, but they don't elaborate. Like growing up, I always thought that people like the reason that you didn't have the same friends that you had at 21 at 27 or whatever is because, like, I don't know, kids and time. But it's like, not only do people change, you really get to know people for who they are. You're no longer just connecting like on a maybe school basis or like partying together all the time. It's like, okay, who are
Yeah.
you really as a person? Like, I feel like as you get older, you really learn the character, the personality traits, everything of the people that you've always connected with, which sounds like, well, hello, we've been friends for 10, 15 years. Like, of course I know them. No,
Yeah.
babes.
No.
You don't
You really
really know
don't.
them. Because, like, even when you're growing up, like your mid 20s, you're becoming. So it's like,
Yeah.
you're really
And
figuring
even
out
from
who you
like
are.
And even from like mid-20s to like up until like I would say like 30, you're still becoming like
Yes. And now we don't have school and shit to really kind of distract us or kind of be that happy median for us of things we'll always have in common. So it's like,
yeah.
okay, this is just who you are as a person. Am I prepared to deal with that? So I think like what I've learned is that not only like just seeing my friends for who they are, but also just learning like, oh, these bitches are humans and they will disappoint me. They will make
Mhm.
me feel like not happy all the time because I feel like growing up around my friends, I just always felt happy and I was just so excited to be around them and to be liked by them and all of these
Yeah.
things. But like, that's not always going to be the case with them. And I've just learned that like, I have to be okay with that, but also that I have to like be comfortable to talk to them about like if I have an issue with them because it will come out later is what I
Okay.
learned.
Please.
Like if I'm not addressing with you this issue that I have with you right now and it's really an issue for me, it's going to get addressed later and it's probably going to be in a worse way than if I just talk to you about it then. So like it's like a mix of trying to give my friends grace because they're human and they will disappoint you, but also trying to
And
learn to like communicate with my friends about
yeah.
the like negative like aspects of our relationship. And that is hard. I'm still learning that. Is this worth bringing up? I don't know.
No, and I think in those moments where you're just like I feel like in my early 20s I definitely didn't know my friends. Um and as we like grew and we're becoming these like adults, because who's really an adult? Maybe we're all just
Mm.
pretending.
Just a
Um
girl.
as we're like, because like we go through stuff and it changes us and it changes who we are fundamentally, and how we look at things. And I just feel like it really helped me when I was going through those things to like always keep talking with my friends.
Mm.
If that makes sense, is like having genuine and open discussions, because I want to, because let's just take for example like 2020 when everything happened with Black Lives Matter. Oh, I definitely unfriended some people because I
Mm.
was like, I thought I knew you, but I
Mm.
don't actually know you.
Fact.
And it was just like, damn. And I was like, okay, I need to have a lot more open and honest conversations about people and really learn like who they are, how they look at life, their beliefs, their morals, their ethics. And it's like, because that shit is important. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to like surround myself in like a vacuum of people who like believe this. But then there's certain like morals and beliefs and like things about like that people have that I'll just be like, I don't think I can be around that. So for that sake, I'm sorry. Like a shark on Shark Tank, I'm out. You know? It's been fun, it's been great, it's been ideal, but I don't think, and it's really helped me like set the boundary of like what I will and will not accept within friendships. Um because like I said, like I look at my friends as my extended family. Is like y'all my cousins, for real, for real. um so it's kind of helped me in that. And it's and we all grow and change, and like kids happen, people get married and all that stuff, and it's just continuing to have those conversations as people change. I think it's so important to like
Mm-hmm.
keeping if you genuinely like want to maintain a friendship with that person, you will. And to do that, you have to keep having very honest conversations with each other.
Yeah, that part. Can I ask you, how do you feel about mixing friend groups, real quick?
You know me, I love a big uh, like I be sending you those TikToks. Come with me and 23 of my closest friends to this ski trip to Aspen. I love a big fuck. I love, because like I said, I come from a big extended family, so I love that shit. I'm like, you know what? Bring them all together. Let's throw them all in the pool. If they like each other, if they don't, fuck it. I don't give a fuck. But
Right, throw in, see what sticks.
And if it works out, great. It's awesome. That means more of us can hang out together. If it doesn't, I'll just chalk it up to be like, all right, that's cool. You don't gotta like everybody. Everybody don't gotta like you.
Fact.
And that's
Fact.
fine. There's no problem in that. It just lets me know that, like, okay, I can hang out with you, but you just not cool with that person, and y'all can't just hang out with each other. But for the sake of the moment or whatever the event is like, if you can be cordial, cool. You don't have to be in the same, like, corners and you don't have to be like,
Kumbaya. Don't gotta be.
yeah, you can be in separate corners at the same event and never talk to each other. That's fine. So
Yeah. See, I feel like I enjoyed mixing friend groups a lot. In my early to mid 20s. As I'm getting
it's because it was
older.
that dumb, stupid, like, everybody's my friend. I just, we have that.
No,
Okay.
not even everybody's my friend. Or like, I guess it was kind of like everybody's gonna get along kind of
Yeah,
mindset. Cause like, okay, we all get along with me. Like I'm the happy median. But as I'm getting older, I'm
that's
like,
me.
it's not even worth it. It's
Don't
not
do it.
worth the planning. It's not
It's a
worth
bigger
figuring
headache.
out the dynamics. Yeah, it's not worth mixing anymore. And I just feel like I think a part of me wanted to mix friend groups that way I wouldn't have to consider people's feelings when I invite certain people to certain things, whatever. It'd be like everybody's invited, so everybody's happy. But now I just kind of have to be
Everybody's
like,
so creative.
sometimes some people will be invited to some things and sometimes other people will be invited because I'm just starting to feel like mixing friend groups is like it's just not worth it.
Fair.
It's a headache and a half, especially like I have like this sounds kind of ridiculous, but I have 16 people that I would consider like good friends to me. And like
Whoa.
doing that, like mixing that many people is just not
Conducive to
worth
my
it.
mental health.
Exactly. Like even for the cabin trip I was just on, like trying to like invite so many people, like trying to make sure that everybody feels invited and welcome and blah blah blah. It ended up being such a headache than if I had like left it to like the 4 to 6 people that like we were originally thinking of for the trip. And it's like, okay, if it was the 4 to 6 people, there'd be a number of people who might side eye and be like, why y'all going on this trip without me? But
Right.
I would be a lot better mentally, emotionally, had I just left it to that number and I could tell these people, these other people, oh, let's do a trip, let's hang out, blah, 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 blah. So I feel like
And
I
it's like,
understand people now, like them saying, like, you don't mix friend groups, babes. Like, don't do that.
preach. Preach. Well, I hope y'all, got to learn something from our mistakes with friends and managing friendships in late adult stagehood. But with that
Did they learn
said,
anything? I
speaking,
feel like it was just us talking
oh no,
shit.
learn from our mistakes, because we've definitely made a few. Not gonna lie, I can speak for myself. I've definitely made a few with friends, and they've gone the way they've
Maintaining
gone.
friendships in adulthood is like you just have to say yes to the spontaneous trip every once in a while, the
You
spontaneous
know,
night out, the unplanned, unorganized get together.
yeah, that's how you. That's
Because
how you do
otherwise,
it.
you won't see them for another 6 months and then they might have a baby. That's
No, we can't
maintaining
even joke
friendships in
about that with our
adulthood
friends, because
101.
these hoes will. Like, we can't joke about that shit now. Like, these
That's why
hoes
no,
will.
I was literally just telling my friend that the other day. I was like, I haven't seen you in a year and a half. Like, I that can't happen again because you might have a baby next time. And he's like, yeah, you're right.
Like,
He's
it's
like,
not
fuck, I
even
might
like.
pop out in a year with a baby.
Like, it's no longer like, oh my god, bitch, you're pregnant. Okay, do we need to go to clinic? Like, what's the plan? It's like, oh, she's
It's
happy
not
about this. We're
like,
happy about. We're like elated. We're like celebrating this. This is. I'm about to
yes,
be an auntie type shit. Like, okay.
life is changing forever now.
Like, no, when y'all start having kids, y'all gonna be like, what happened to Brian? Be like,
Now, what happened to
oh,
Brian?
I don't fuck with kids. You know this.
And on that note, thank y'all so much for.
Wait a damn minute. I'm not sure already ready to end the podcast,
Let's
girl.
wrap this up
Okay,
because we are not
fine.
here for you to talk about how much you don't want to be around children.
Anyways, Yeah, actually, fine. Fuck it. Let's wrap it up, girl. I was gonna say, should we do what's in, what's out?
No, I don't have one ready. Do you? You should say yours. Maybe you can.
I have an out.
What's out?
I need all the drug dealers to get off the gay dating apps, please. Thank you. That's my out. That's my out for this week. Drug dealers.
But
off the gay
wait,
dating
what
apps.
kind of drugs?
Because
Is
no,
edibles or-
everybody's a plug. Everybody's a plug. Why are you a plug on a dating app? Like
I don't
you want me to
get
pay
it.
you
Like,
in pussy?
is it like? So are they advertising in their bio?
Yes.
Like 420.
Yeah, I'd be like,
plug
you like
emoji.
hit me up. I got everything. I got the OG Kush. I got the California shit. Like, yeah.
Wait, so are they even advertising? Do they want to date, or are they just on there just to sell their shit?
They're just on there to sell their shit. Be like, if you need a plug, hit me up. I'd be like, are you fucking serious right now?
So are they like, are they gay, or are they like both? They're like, I'm gay and a plug, or they're like, I'm not even gay. I just need a broader audience.
I just need to move some product. I don't know. That's the thing. I think some of them are gay, but they just happen to be plugs. And so they're like, let me just combine. But I'm like, get the fuck off. Like, please leave. You're ruining it you're ruining it. Read my lips. Ruining it. You're ruining it. Like, I'm just like, why are you here? Who invited this?
Why is you here?
Like, come on,
that's a good out.
So, that's my out for this week. I need y'all to leave.
But
she need to leave.
I could use a re-up on some,
We'll talk. Let's talk after the chat. Listen, I will, as long as you allow me to pay in a little booty. That's fine with me then. If you let me pay in booty, that's fine.
What do the pirates say? Get to that booty.
Get to that booty.
Booty. Is that what they say? Is that treasure chest, right?
Probably. I don't fucking know, girl.
Or the Badusi.
This is it. The Badusi.
The Badusi.
If I was a bad bitch, I would fuck me too.
Hey, fuck me too.
This is the direct.
Go suck your mom. I love that saying.
Suck your
mom.
Go
suck your mom.
Anyway, y'all.
Shout out to the Black Brits. They really just be eating. Sorry.
Girl, I'm trying to do this.
Go suck your mom. Bad.
This is going somewhere I was not planning. Y'all, thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like, share.
That's where you can
comment.
watch.
Yes, and don't forget to listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever podcasts are found. And now also on the Revolt Podcast Network. Find us on the... Somebody get Wangechi a fucking DJ soundboard. But yes, guys, you can now find the Untitled Africans podcast on the Revolt Podcast Network. Check us out. All of our old episodes are on there. New episodes will also be on there. New episodes coming out every Tuesday. New, and as well as YouTube. So do all the good shit. Interact, download, rate us on all the podcasts, wherever you listen to your podcast at. We love you guys. Thank y'all for listening, and we out.
Bye.